Gurdjieff says, conscious faith is freedom, emotional faith is slavery, mechanical faith is foolishness. Master, could you please talk about it a bit in depth? Faith comes in three situations. Faith out of realization, faith out of need, and faith out of tradition. You believe in certain God. If you honestly look at it, you will notice that this faith is not your conscious decision. You don't have a faith. This faith is given to you by your forefathers, by the society you are born in. You will notice that your faith is cultural. It is traditional. You have faith in Shiva, not because you know Shiva. You have faith in Shiva because you are born in a culture where everyone keeps faith in Shiva. You are a Hindu. That is why you have faith in Rama, Krishna. If you were not born in a Hindu family, then you would not be having faith on Shiva. Your faith would be different. You, the person, would be same, but faith would not be same. If you were born in a Muslim family, your faith would be in the Prophet, the Allah. If you were born as a Christian, then your faith would be in Jesus. And Christians and Mohammedans who have faith in Jesus and the Prophet, if they were born in a Hindu family, then they would not be having the same faith. They would be having faith on Shiva, Rama, Krishna. This faith is not your faith at the first place. This faith is because of the culture you are born in. This faith is from outside. It is not born from your heart. It has been given to you. This is not even a faith. This is just the tradition you are following, you're carrying forward. This faith does no transformation to you because it is not inner, it is borrowed. It is not born in your own heart. It is given to you. It doesn't belong to you. You don't belong to it. This faith which most of the people have is mechanical faith. Gurdjieff says, this faith which is mechanical is foolishness. It does no good to you. It is not a conscious faith. It is foolishness. There is another faith which is born out of need. When you are in a helpless situation, when there is nobody to help you, you are drowning in the river and somehow you want to save yourself. So you call out God's name. You are going through a tough situation in your life where you are helpless. Then you call out God's name. You are ill and no medicines working. You call out God's name. Here you develop a faith on God, not because you know God. Here you develop faith in God because you are helpless. You have tried every other way. You have knocked everyone's door and nobody could help you. Nobody could support you. Nobody could solve your problem. Now you are knocking at the door. Now you are knocking at the God's door. You are knocking God's door not because you want to know God, not because you want to find truth. You do not even know whether there is God or not. You're simply trying the last way. If there is God, then you will get the help. A drowning man tries everything. Somehow he wants to save himself. He is helpless. So in this moment of helplessness, a dire need, you seek God's help. You develop a faith. You worship God. You sing for Him. You offer sweets and fruits before Him. Simply because somewhere deep in you, you have a belief that now God is going to help me out. God is going to solve my situation. I'm not alone. Nobody is with me, but God is there with me. This faith is out of need, your dire need. This faith is not out of your curiosity to know God, to know the infinity, to know that Supreme. This faith is not out of you wanting to explore what is the highest. This faith is out of your own needs. You are stuck in your life, badly stuck, and now you see no hope anywhere, and so you go to God. You start visiting temples. You start taking His names. You start doing rituals. You become a devotee all of a sudden. You develop a great faith all of a sudden. But this faith is not out of your curiosity to know God, the curiosity to know the beyond, the desire to bond with the beyond, the desire to transcend who you are and liberate yourself. This faith is out of your own need, because if you are not stuck in any situation, would you still do the same thing that you do when you are stuck? When you are helpless, you develop faith in God only to get help from God, not to know God. But if you were not in a helpless situation in your life, would you still go to God? Would you still go to temple? You are depressed. You are broken. You are utterly lonely. You are in pain. You are suffering. You are crying. And you find darkness in and around you. You find no ray of hope. That is why you go to temple. Otherwise, you would not go to temple. If you were totally ecstatic, joyful, settled, would you then go and worship and offer sweets? You would not go. So this faith is out of your need. This is deeper than the faith which is out of your tradition. You believe something simply because you belong to a place. Gurdjieff says this is foolishness. This is mechanical. This is totally unconscious faith. You are like a robot. Whatever was fed to you, you are carrying that forward. You did not even check it. You did not go deeper into it. You did not investigate it. You simply accepted. In fact, you are not even aware that you are carrying only tradition, not a faith. This is unconscious faith. A man who has this unconscious faith, mechanical faith, is robotic man. He has not bothered to look into it subjectively. He has not bothered to notice what he is carrying and what it is doing to him, what it is doing to people around him. If you are carrying something, then it must do something to you, something good. What it is doing to you? You're carrying something. Why? You're not even aware that you're carrying so many things just like this, without a purpose, without a point. That is why your head is heavy all the time. It is filled with everything that stops you. It is filled with everything that does not belong to you. Your mind has become a bin. Anybody can dump in it anything. You will not even question. You will not even notice. You're simply like a dustbin. Anybody can come and dump in it. You are okay. You have space. But it fills your life with foul smell. it tires you. This is mechanical faith, which is not faith at the first place. It is nothing. Deeper than mechanical faith is emotional faith, the faith out of your need in life, the faith you develop in the moment of helplessness, the faith you develop when you are utterly stuck in your life, the faith you develop when you are drowning. This faith is to save yourself. This is deeper than the mechanical faith, but still it is not deepest. Mechanical faith is not faith at all. Emotional faith is also not faith in its true essence. It is just a tool. Somehow you want to get help from God. You don't want God Himself. You want solution from God. You don't want God. You are not seeking for God. You want just help. You have got nothing to do with the God. You might have faith on Shiva, but look within and say, do you really have great love for Shiva? And if you have, then why do you have? You have love because it helped you when you were stuck. You love Shiva because it healed you when you were hurt. If you were not hurt, you would not have faith on Shiva. And that is why after you are healed and few months have passed by, you stop remembering your Shiva. You stop believing. You stop worshipping. You become irregular. You don't want Shiva. You want something from Shiva. Why don't you want Shiva Himself? If you believe in Shiva, then why not go for getting Shiva Himself? Because if you have Shiva Himself, that is it. You have all the solutions. But you don't want Shiva. When you go to God and pray, you don't say, oh God, I want you. You say, oh God, I want money, please help. I want a job, please help. I want to get married, please help. I have a lot of EMIs to pay, please help. you are using Shiva. This faith is just a tool to come out of helpless situation. This is not faith in its true sense. It is emotional faith. It is situational. That's why when you are suffering too much, your faith increases because now you want more help. Your temple visit becomes regular. You visit with your whole family. Before, you used to visit alone, now with the whole family. You're seeking for help. You want solution from Shiva, but Shiva himself is the solution of all the problems in the universe, not just your life. He is the source and solution, but you don't want him. You want something from him, not him. This is emotional faith, deeper than mechanical, but not deepest. Then there is another faith, which is conscious faith. This faith is not because you are born in a culture. This faith is not because you are seeking help from God. This faith is out of your own realization, out of your own experience. This is faith in true sense. This faith is out of your exploration, your investigation. This is born when you truly want to know what is the Supreme. When you truly are seeking what is the source of all, what is that common factor in all. This faith is born out of a journey of searching, seeking, exploring, experiencing, experimenting, discovering. This faith is not out of the need in your life. This faith is out of your realization. And the journey of this faith begins with doubt. It is important to understand True faith comes after a great journey of doubt. True faith happens after a great journey of searching, investigating. One who truly doubts everything, what he sees, what he hears, what he knows. One who goes through complete doubting will end up realizing that there is something beyond. He will end up at a realization that all these things are beyond me. I am nothing. It is unknowable. It is unsolvable. It cannot be comprehended. He will become silent. He will bow down before the great space. He will have faith not on the God. Remember, he will have faith that there is something beyond me. I am not the central thing in this existence. I am nobody in this existence. I am not even dust in this existence. There is something which is beyond me. What is it? I do not know. I tried knowing it. I tried knowing it by researching on it. I tried knowing it through science, putting machines. I tried knowing it from theories. I tried knowing it using all the capacity of my intellect, but still it remains unknown. Still, I do not know. Not that I do not know, but it is beyond knowing. Not that I do not know and others know, but it is beyond knowing. It is unknowable. This faith is not on God. This faith is on the vast mystery of life. This faith is on the great emptiness. This faith is not on something particular. This faith is without God. It is pure faith. It is out of realization that there is something beyond me. Is it God? I do not know. Is it Shiva? I do not know. Is it Rama? I do not know. Is it Jesus? I do not know. Well, we can call it Jesus, we can call it Rama, we can call it Shiva, but I don't know. I do not know what it is. It is beyond knowing. I tried doubting. I tried searching. I put my rationality, I put my logic. Still, I do not know. This faith is out of realization. This faith is not on God. This faith is more about realizing who you are. This faith is out of realization that I am not everything. There is something beyond me. How it looks, I do not know. Whether it has a form, a face, or it is formless, faceless, this also I don't know. There is something, but what it is, how it is, where it is, what color, what form, which place, I don't know. I don't know. It cannot be known. It cannot be known. It is beyond. It is beyond. It is unknowable. It is unknowable. This is conscious faith. It is born out of conscious seeking. It is born out of pure doubting. Anybody who doubts has to end up here at this realization that he cannot grasp. And if he does not end up at this realization that there is something beyond him, then he is not doubting completely. He is doubting selectively. He is a clever man. He is not doubting, he is suspecting. Suspicion means you have already made a conclusion and you want to defend it. Doubt means you have no conclusion and you are willing to look at it, search it, and then reach a conclusion. If you really have doubt, then you will keep doubting. You will keep doubting. And if you keep doubting, you will end up at this realization that what I'm trying to know is unknowable. What I'm trying to search is beyond all. And one who is trying to know is very small. One who is trying to find is very small. And using which one is trying to find the intellect is very limited. Using which one is trying to find the logic is very limiting. When one goes through genuine seeking, searching, when one doubts and doubts and goes on doubting, then one ends up at this realization that there is something which cannot be grasped, that cannot be formulated, that cannot be reduced to an equation of physics. There is something which remains unknown no matter what. Not that it is unknown today and tomorrow it will become known. No. It is unknown today and it will remain unknown tomorrow and forever, because it is not unknown but unknowable. When one realizes this, then a faith is born at the depth of his being, at the heart of the heart. And this faith is inner faith. This faith is not from the culture. This faith is not because of your needs in life. This faith is not on a God. This faith is not religious in nature. This faith is existential in nature. This faith is quiet, silent. True faith cannot be religious in nature. True faith cannot be on God. True faith is on nothing. There is just faith, pure faith, not on something, just faith. It is a realization that there is something beyond me. What happens is not controlled by me. I am not the boss. When one realizes that he is not the boss, that there is something beyond him, that he does not even understand. He knows there is something beyond, but he does not even comprehend. Then one becomes quiet. Then one trusts that force of beyond, that force of beyond will help him if he deserves a help. Then one does not seek for help. One simply waits and accepts the situations of life. When you are seeking for help based on your faith, it is emotional faith. It is not conscious faith. All emotional faiths are about God, and not just gods, but highest gods. That's why you will find that people have faith only on supreme gods. They have no faith on a small village temple god. They have faith on Himalayan temple gods. They have faith on bigger temple gods where there is more footfalls. They have faith on famous temple gods. They have no faith on city temple gods. We have millions of gods and goddesses, but everybody worships only supreme gods. Why? Because the very reason that you're worshipping, that you have faith, is your helpless state. You are seeking for help. And naturally, when you are seeking for help, then why not to try the highest God so that you can get more help and immediately? Why to go to village God? He is less powerful. The mountain gods, more powerful. Bigger, crowded temple gods, more powerful. This is emotional faith. Emotional faith is God-oriented faith. Conscious faith is consciousness-oriented faith. When you have conscious faith, then you have realized that there is something beyond me. And that which is something beyond me is everywhere, in everything. That is binding all, that controls all. What is its name? You do not know. How it looks? You do not know. It is more like nothingness, consciousness. True faith is not God-oriented faith. True faith is existence oriented, consciousness oriented, silence oriented, stillness oriented. True faith leads you to great settlement, great freedom. It liberates you. What Gurdjieff says is, mechanical faith is foolishness. Do not be robotic. Go through the journey of life. Go through the heat of life, pain of life, sufferings of life. Explore life, seek, search, investigate, doubt, explore. You will move from mechanical faith to emotional faith. And then you must move from emotional faith to conscious faith. In mechanical faith, you and what you have faith on are different. There is a huge gap. In emotional faith, you and the God you believe in are separate. In conscious faith, there is no you nor the God. There is no gap. You are one. In emotional faith, God-oriented faith, you are dependent. In conscious faith, you are liberated. Here, you are not seeking something from God. Here, you are silent, quiet. You allow the existence to do what it has to do. You are not putting up your request. You are not demanding something, ordering something, wishing something from that great emptiness, existence, consciousness. Here, you have a faith that what has to happen will happen. If existence has to do something, it will do without me requesting, without me pleading. And if it doesn't do, then maybe it is not required. Maybe it is not needed. In conscious faith, you are not requesting, praying, seeking. You are quiet. You are silent. You are free. You are settled.